Hey guys, I'm Chase with Luno, and today I want to show you guys my Subaru Outback and everything I've done to make it fully road trip ready, and to show you guys how to get a comfortable car camping experience out of your Subaru. Everything from storage, cooking, sleep system, safety, car mods, essential items, and more. So let's get started. So right off the lot, your Subaru Outback is a great car camping vehicle. With the seats down, you've got 6 feet of clearance to lay down in the back. Obviously, you've got all-wheel drive, great gas mileage. So it's a great adventure vehicle and more affordable than other options, which is honestly probably one of the biggest reasons I went with the Outback. Personally, I was just so excited to have that clearance in the back compared to my Xterra that I used to have. And the gas mileage is just so much better. So you might notice I do have a build out in my vehicle, a drawer system. The design is from Solid Woodworks. My dad and I built it. This is absolutely not necessary to car camp in your vehicle. The only reason I did that is because I went on a very long 40-day road trip and I felt it was essential for storage and cooking, but definitely not necessary. So the way the Subaru is designed, the seats fold pretty much completely flush with the trunk, and you get a nice flat sleeping bed, and then you've got the seat back sling that supports this end of the mattress, so you can still use all of this for storage down here. Obviously I've got my fridge there, but I'll tell you about that later. So when it comes to storage, I feel like I have 3 main areas in the car that are most important to me. First is the drawers. So pulling out these drawers, having these tabletops is so nice for cooking, folding clothes, putting my camera bag up here, brushing my teeth at night. This right side drawer, if you want to come over here, is my cooking setup. I've got my stove, got a carbon steel pan, a cast iron pan, a pot for boiling water, all my other utensils, obviously some stuff to clean. And then this side is clothes and a bit of extra storage. Pro tip, if you want to be able to store more clothes in here, Ranger roll. I can show you how to do that in another video if you would like, but Ranger roll your clothes. Can fit a ton in there. And then I've just got a cooking knife set, an extra cutting board, some immediate first aid, and paper towels and toilet paper and stuff. Put these back on there. So my second essential area for storage, I think, would be under the mattress up front here. The way my dad and I did the platform that extends off of the shelves made it so that I could take these seats completely out of the car and have all of that room under there. But we also made it so that I could put my seats back in the car and fold this all into the trunk, so I wouldn't have to always be in car camp mode. But when I was on that long road trip, having all this room under here was so essential for my camera bags and my battery, and I just filled that whole space up. But obviously I can make it work on 1 or 2 night trips without my seats taken out of the car. My third main area for storage in the car is actually this Yakima Yakima rocket box that I've got up here. I've completely filled this thing and it has become essential for me on the road. I've got everything from camp seats, water filter, dry bags. I've got a mini shovel and bandsaw, mid-size to day hiking, backpacking bags, cold weather gear, puffer, hats, gloves, our boots, my girlfriend's boots. We went on a hike at Pilchuck yesterday, which is right over there. And then when it comes to safety, I am someone that is prepared for absolutely everything. I've got 5 gallons of gas. I've got motor oil, coolant, jumper cables, fix-a-flat, battery booster, just about everything you could think of, really, which has come in handy multiple times. I've had to jump my battery multiple times. We got back from a 3-day backpacking trip and my tire was flat, so it's definitely come in handy. And despite how much I love my Subaru, I did break down in Death Valley. Thankfully, I didn't need gas or oil or anything, but it was certainly peace of mind that I had it on me. I knew that I had water, I knew that I had gas, I knew that I had a battery pack, so I felt very safe. I've also got a ton of random non-perishable snacks and drinks and stuff, just emergency food, trash bags. This is my my Ziploc first aid kit. Besides the small first aid kit that I have in the back, this has pretty much everything else you could need. A whole bunch of different medicine. Yeah, pretty much everything you could need. So one more thing with storage is up front here. This mainly applies to when I'm solo car camping. If I have no one else with me, this whole seat is completely how I want it to be. I push it all the way up. This is Luno's seat back organizer that I've put on the front here. I hang my water bottles on it. This is essential for me on road trips. This is my National Parks passport, and I've got all my patches in here. I keep it right there. Some gear straps, snacks, whatever. And then down in the footwell, I keep all of my window covers. These are great for privacy and for temperature control at night. Obviously, you can see one side is black and one side is reflective. If it's hot outside, you'd want the reflective facing out, keep the heat out. If it's cold outside, you keep the reflective facing in, keep the heat inside the car. And it's certainly peace of mind as well, you know, knowing that no one can just peer right into your car. Honestly, I wish I had a better option for these. I haven't seen a whole lot for Subaru. I found these on eBay, and they suction cup and you can flip them. If any of you guys out there car camping in your Subaru have found a better option, something maybe laser cut exactly to the windows, that'd be super great. But this is what I've been using for over a year now, and it's worked perfect. This is something else just that sits down here that I have found a lot of use for, a steering wheel desk. I've been out in the wilderness and set up my laptop here and edited videos or eaten my meals. I've used this quite a bit. Used it last night actually to eat Chipotle bowls. And then I sort of mentioned down here already, and I'll go over this fridge more with cooking, but this footwell I keep my fridge in, and then back on this side of the car, this footwell is my water storage. It's 5 gallons of water. I can just place it right here and get water out of there. And then typically I'll toss dirty clothes or towels that I have either used or need down there with it as well. Last little thing for storage, that's probably a lie. I'll probably talk about storage this whole time, but on the sides here of this build, if you want to come see, I will keep some essential items. I've got bear spray, bug spray, fuel for cooking. I also keep these lights over here, and these are so helpful, especially at night, obviously. These are USB-C rechargeable. You can turn them on, you can change the color and brightness. And I've stuck the partner end of this, the magnetic end, right here. So this just illuminates, fully the back of the car and the drawers while I'm cooking, cleaning, doing whatever else I need to do. And this can even just stay right here and the trunk closes just fine. I've also got one more that I keep on this side of the car. Keep it in this chair right here. I can turn it on and clip it right there. That one I typically keep on while I'm getting into bed until all the doors are closed, and then I'll just turn this off and either keep it there or stow it away.
Yeah, that's probably helpful to see what's in the fridge when it's dark outside.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's like the hardest part to see at night, getting under there to the fridge. And then, like I said, I am a extremely prepared person. I've never had to use it, but cooking with propane, having 5 gallons of gasoline on top of your car, sleeping in your car with a lithium ion battery. I think it's a great idea to have a small fire extinguisher. And if you're at camp and you're somewhere where you can burn too, if you're having a fire outside, especially somewhere dry like the PNW, it's great to have that on you. While we're back here, I want to tell you guys about the sleep system as well. So this is the Luno Airfoam Pro mattress. It is honestly the most comfortable way I've ever slept in my car. I've tried other options, blow-up mattresses and pads and stuff. Because this is a mix of foam and air, it is just both supportive, comfortable, warm, and compactable. And unlike a traditional blow-up mattress, you don't sink into it. You can fill it with air to as firm as you want, and then because it also has foam, it just really cushions and forms to your body. I slept in my car for 40 nights straight, and I could not have been happier. I was completely comfortable. This is the Luno Camp Pillow. It is so comfortable. I've honestly used it in my own home. It is a memory foam fill, machine washable. You can take this off, and it's got 2 sides for hot or cold nights. It is so comfortable.
So what happens if you need more storage and you don't need both of those mattresses in there because you're by yourself?
Yeah, so these mattresses zip together, which is super nice. I've been in plenty of scenarios where, say I'll have a shoot to go to and I'm just gonna camp one night and I need even more room for, say, camera gear, Pelican case, stuff like that. I can unzip one side and just sleep on one. and fill this one side with gear, which is super great. It's just super modular, and it works in every scenario. These are my rumple blankets. When I'm camping with Cameron here, we usually do 2 of them so we can do like Scandinavian sheets. It's real nice to be able to have both of our like own blankets but have full coverage. I carabiner them to the front headrest up there just to make sure it's not slipping and sliding all night. I don't have it yet, but I am super excited to try out the Luno Comforter this winter. I've heard it is very comfortable and very warm, but right now we're rocking with the Rumples. Something that's super important when it comes to sleeping in your car is airflow. We got these Luno window screens that are super great. They allow you to be able to completely roll your window down and get airflow in the car. These side window screens are awesome, especially if you have like a breeze going through the car. If you don't though, and I don't have it on me, but Luno makes a sunroof screen, which is super great for just letting the heat rise out of the car. And if you're somewhere with like dead hot muggy air, you're not getting a breeze, it's super nice to have this camp fan in the car with me. I can either plug it into my battery, which I'll show you guys, or I could even plug it into a portable charger and it'll run all night, just to get a nice cross breeze in the car and get the heat and the stank out the window. Something else that I also have from Luno is these privacy curtains. Honestly, this is probably the least used item that I have, but it's something that I am always happy that I have when I do need it. I'm not going to condone stealth camping necessarily, but if you are somewhere that you're maybe not supposed to be camping or somewhere that you need extra privacy, it's really great to be able to fully extend these on both sides. I'll give you an example. One time I was car camping on the streets of San Francisco. I didn't have anywhere else to stay, and I didn't necessarily want people to know that I was sleeping in my car. So I didn't put all the window screens up on the front windshield, on the front windows, because that'd be pretty obvious. So I left the window screens out and just closed these curtains on both sides. So if someone were to peer in my car or walk by, it would look completely normal. And then I was completely enclosed back here and felt nice and safe. Another thing that I've gotten some great use out of is this magnetic shoe holder. Like for example, while I was on the road, if I had jumped in a stream that day or went swimming, if my shoes were wet, or even if I just wanted somewhere for my shoes to sit outside the car if they were stinky or dirty, you know, I'd put them in here, let them dry overnight, or let the stank waft away.
And then it has the net at the bottom, and then it's covered at the top, so if it does rain at night, they're not going to get even more wet.
Exactly. Almost forgot. There's always going to be more to talk about with storage when you're car camping. This is my Luno cargo hammock. I have found so much use out of this. I really just toss things that I need quickly up here. Headlamp, charging cords. I keep some hats up here. In these pockets I have a few knives, some batteries and stuff. And then at the end of a long day, it's really nice to be able to put your phone up here, watch a movie, watch a show.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you can reach into the hammock easily while you're sleeping and stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely. You know, when I'm sleeping, I'll put my phone up here, I'll put my keys up here sometimes. It's just nice having somewhere that you know your stuff isn't gonna fall into the abyss and it's easy to reach. Got a zipper up here for storing anything you need. And then while I'm over here, I feel like we could get into cooking. So this is my fridge. It is I believe 18 quart. It has served me so well. It is all I had for cold food storage for my entire 40-day road trip.
Can we see the inside?
Yeah. Right now we've got some meal prepped Chipotle bowls, some body armors, protein shake. We're just camping for one night this trip, so that's all we had in there. It looks pretty full, but you know, I wasn't necessarily organizing the best I could. Something I didn't show, maybe Cameron, if you can get back there, is my battery. It is a Goal Zero, I believe Yeti 500X. Yeah. That has also served me very well. It's got a 12-volt car charger, 2 AC ports, 2 USB, 2 USB-Cs. And then what I do with this battery is I will plug it in to this outlet to this car charging outlet over here in my car. This is only hot when the car is on. So while I'm driving, I will charge my battery up, which then fills up the battery and gets it ready for nighttime. And will keep my fridge going, you know, depending on weather and efficiency, for up to 36 hours without driving. Some other options I've seen are people getting some nice coolers, some Yeti coolers or insulated coolers, and getting ice or dry ice, and that works as well. But I just found that a fridge was best for me when it came to my road trip that I went on and just everyday use. And then, like I'd mentioned back here, this drawer is for cooking. It's super easy to just take out the stove and hook up the propane and get cooking. If you're not doing something as intensive as, you know, a big stove with 2 pots, you can just toss your jet boil or something smaller up here and just boil some water if you really need. And so, like I said at the beginning, your Subaru Outback is a great adventure vehicle off the lot, but there is quite a few things that I've done to make it even better. One super simple thing, obviously it can be a little pricey, but something that will just up your car's abilities to get to places like this are just some better all-terrain tires. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, but just something with a bit more tread and grip is super helpful. I have not lifted my car at all. If I were to do anything else with the tires and frame, I probably would do like a little bit of a lift maybe to get some more clearance. But I've gotten to some pretty crazy places with just these tires. Super helpful add-on to my car. Another add-on that I did that is totally not essential but has become super helpful for me is Apple CarPlay. I had it installed in my car here. I went to Best Buy and they did it for me. Just to be able to, you know, have a bigger screen with, you know, easy to understand maps, and, you know, so you're not having to look at your small phone or have your phone in your hand when you're on the road. Super great. Up here, I've got a dash cam from Wolfbox. This is wired into the car charger down here. And it also wires all the way back to a rear camera in the back of the car. It just gives me peace of mind while I'm driving. If anything were to happen, you know, an accident or theft or whatever, I would hopefully have it on camera. You could also even plug this into your battery if you wanted it to run while your car was off, or wire it into your car's battery. Up front here is an addition that I really wanted to do, you know, ever since I started road tripping, if you want to come look, but I only just did recently, are these light bars. These were only $67 for the pack of 3 on Amazon. I had to just take my front bumper off and bolt them in, and then I was able to wire them straight to my car's battery.
Did you do this all yourself, or did you take it somewhere?
I did this myself. It was super easy to do. You could take it somewhere if you really wanted to, if you didn't know how to take your bumper off, but, you know, just looking up a YouTube video, it was so simple to do. I forgot to mention earlier, but this is a 2015 Subaru Outback. And while it's a great car, the 2015 does have a few downsides. One being that it has a lot of electrical components, and especially since adding, you know, battery, fridge, lights, dash cam, all that, I did upgrade my battery to something a bit more powerful. You can see here, this is where the lights lead straight into the battery. And then also with this year of Subaru, it really unfortunately does burn oil. That's another thing with safety and storage in my cargo box, is I just always keep that oil on me, just to top it off whenever I need, you know, in between oil changes. And then I guess you could include the cargo box as a mod. Like I said, that has become absolutely essential for me. For storage. I even kept a whole blow-up paddleboard in there on my road trip. It can fit a whole lot. And then when it comes to winter too, I can put skis or a snowboard up there. And then something that was super awesome to have on the road trip and just in general is these 2 Yakima like surfboard or kayak holders. During my road trip, I kept my surfboard up here the entire time. Felt super secure. It's really nice too that when I don't have my surfboard up here, these just lie flush on the car. I don't have to take them off. You can see my handy little pool noodle work to put my surfboard on there without damaging it. Honestly, I could yap about my setup in this car forever, but I hope I've given a pretty concise breakdown of everything I have and what it takes and some essential items you would need to car camp in your Subaru Outback. If you're interested in checking out any of Luno's items that you've seen today, they're all going to be on their website at lunolife.com. And if you're looking for any other resources for car camping, check out their YouTube. Like I said, it's Luno Media Garage, and their blog as well. All over their website, they have resources that can help you out to get into the car camping world. I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough and found it helpful. If you have any more questions, just leave a comment and we'll get back to you. And be sure to like and subscribe to see more videos like these.